ChatGPT can't do it, then what makes you think you could do it? Well, it's still brought to you by Budweiser. It doesn't have to pay. Sam Altman can get away with it, okay? He's the best looking guy in tech.
Arrays still cannot be broadcast together.
Wrong on both accounts. Wrong on all accounts. All accounts.
Hello and welcome to the Dirty Data Show. I am your host, Evan Wimpy. Today is Dude, I'm not like that. I'm not a robot. I'm human as can be. Perhaps the last human host that you'll ever see in any podcast. AI's taken over everything. Those are the dirty data stories today. How much AI is taking over. AI wins, AI wins, AI wins. We got 3 stories we're going to talk about today. AIce Cream, AI ice cream, an AI ice cream. Anyways, we'll get into it. AI coding competition. Don't they just win them all now? Spoiler, yes, they do just win them all now. And then a dog food story, sort of a dog food story. It's about Accenture, a global tech consulting firm, talking about AI is going to win there, just like they're winning in ice cream, just like they're winning in coding competitions, but they're not winning the podcast host game. This is still hosted by me, a human. I'm going to drink this beer to prove it. This is a Blue Moon, sponsor of today's show, Blue Moon, the Belgian white, and we're drinking it straight out of the bottle. We're not pouring it into a nice beer glass with a slice of orange. We're just drinking it straight out of the bottle. AI would probably pour it into a glass. AI can booger off. All right. Thanks, Blue Moon, for sponsoring today's show. Let's get into it with today's stories, the dirtiest of data analytics and AI. First, the Magnum Ice Cream Company. If you know the company Magnum or the brand Magnum, you might be thinking of a prophylactic brand, but this is ice cream. This is the aphrodisiac brand. I guess Magnum, they got those like chocolate covered bars, vanilla bars. They're delicious on a stick. Maybe they serve them off of a stick too, but I'm weird. The stick variety. Sometimes I pretend like it's my microphone and do stand-up comedy, and then I eat it up. But Magnum ice cream is going to make some new flavors. What flavors, you ask? Nobody knows. Only AI knows, because Magnum actually is a brand. I should have mentioned this. They're Unilever, some big global Fortune 500 company. Okay, so this is not just some like publicity stunt from some small little ice cream brand. This is a big Unilever brand. They're partnering with Notco, a Chilean startup. Who knows? Made some cool AI pitch that we can use AI to develop new ice cream flavors. The people are boring. They're too boring. They just don't get it. Vanilla on a stick, covered by chocolate on a stick, just ain't doing it. We need something that only AI can think of. So stay tuned for the new flavors coming out of Magnum. They will be AI generated flavors. How exciting is this? Now, this is a threat to our existence as humans. If you told anybody off the street, AI is designing something that's designed by AI, not humans. There's some algorithmic control here. And what is the AI incentivized to do? To prolong itself? Well, it's getting us to eat something. What do you think it's going to get us to eat? Maybe it can design something in the molecules that get us to contribute more to AI's training data, or plug in like the Matrix so we can serve as energy for these inefficient training machines. I don't know what they're going to do, but I ain't eating no AI ice cream. That's what I tell you. Vanilla on a stick, it's fine by me. Blue Moon with no ice cream at all, fine by me. I like what humans have done with our flavor profiles, and maybe AI can give some nice, good inspiration. I'll be eating my words, but I tell you what I'm not going to eat, something that AI has put a touch into the molecular structure of the ice cream. You're going to put it, you're just going to be wired in. Hey, AI just says, take this pill and you'll enjoy this ice cream even more. This is where it starts. First, Albania has a minister that's AI. Now we're all going to be subservient to AI, to NotCo AI. NotCo. What a suspicious sounding name. It's Grok. I bet it's Grok under the hood. NotCo is just a wrapper for Grok, and Grok is finally getting us to eat whatever it is they're going to make. And so we become even more subservient to the machine. Stay away from Magnum ice cream. This I had not planned to announce this warning. I thought it was just interesting that ice cream was going to get an AI designed flavor. Perhaps designed is too weak. I think AI made flavor. I thought it was interesting, but now that I think about eating something made by AI, I'm already consuming it with my eyes and my ears, and I don't think I'm touching any of it. But I damn sure ain't about to eat it. No thanks, NotCo and Magnum AIce Cream. All right, speaking of eating, next story is about eating their own dog food. That's a common phrase for a firm that offers some service to help their clients, but then do they turn around and offer that own service to themselves to improve their own internal business? Could be for any type of thing. It's like the dentist kid always has the nastiest teeth. Maybe. I don't know. My dentist's children's teeth seem very clean. So that's just a stereotype. Maybe it doesn't hold. But Accenture, of course, this giant global tech consulting firm, bunch of fancy PowerPoints, a bunch of stupid trainings about where to streamline your operations. Maybe some useful for some people, but in the last 3 years, Accenture has made all their money coming in and telling people, hey, you should use AI. And some fancy words around that, but that's basically what they do now, right? Hey, there's AI models that can do this for you. You should use it to streamline. Well, Accenture is eating their own dog food. They are in an earnings call last week, their CEO said they were radically upskilling their staff. Everybody's going to be trained to use AI to be more efficient. No specifics on what they're going to use AI for, but everybody's going to be upskilled. And if you ain't getting upskilled, then you're getting out. You ain't for us. We're exiting you. We're reducing our overhead cost, paying for your stupid salaries and your stupid dental benefits. Your teeth can go be as ugly as the dentist kid's teeth, and you can eat AI ice cream and rot your teeth out even faster. But this is what they said. They said, made it very clear that we have saved money by cutting costs, by using AI, and we're going to continue to do that. We're going to upskill the people that we can, but the people that can't be upskilled, off with their heads. No, they're not going to kill. Not going to kill them. It's not a Magnum ice cream situation. They're just going to exit them. I didn't realize that was terminology. Layoff. They're going to lay them off. They said they're going to exit them. The CEO. What's the CEO's name? Julie Sweet. Hey, another ice cream story. Sweet Julie Sweet says the early investments. Accenture has put a lot early investment into AI, into their internal operations, improving it with AI. They said it's helped them cut costs, help people say, fuck this noise, I'm getting out of here, I'm not working for Accenture anymore. And now a lot more people will get to exit them too. But seeing as how that's what Accenture consults their clients to do, hey, you should use AI and you could exit a bunch of people. It only makes sense that Accenture is doing it themselves. And now they get some more credence. Accenture comes into your company and says, hey, we've been paid to help improve operational efficiency. You know what you should do? You should exit a bunch of your staff and replace them with AI. We did it, and it worked for us. Except they won't be saying that. It'll be the AI saying that. So, way to go, Julie Sweet. Got a way to exit people. And there might not even be worth hiring new people. The new crop of college students is a bunch of dumbos, because you see there's this, not dumbs, they're geniuses. They're way smarter than I am, and I ever will be. Especially the people who compete in the International Collegiate Programming Contest, ICPC, ICPC World Finals. So the coding teams from universities around the world, they come and answer these complex algorithmic questions, fancy sorting, optimization, really strange dynamic flow problems. I couldn't even make it through any of the questions. They sound impossible. It's like a 6-hour time limit. You've got 12 questions. Your team is working as hard as you can to try to solve them. And then you get ranked into a tier, a gold, a silver, a bronze, or a loser tier. Like many programming competitions, the gold is not just for the single one winner. It's for the highest tier. So a bunch of people get gold. But the winners of this year's ICPC competition were, of course, OpenAI's GPT-5, and Google's Gemini 2.5 DeepThink. They even got what's the opposite of a head start? They got a slow start. They got a tail start. They had to start a little bit later, but then they used their most powerful models, which both Google and OpenAI say there were no specially developed models specifically fine-tuned for this task. These were their general models, although a lot of compute thrown behind them. They had their thinking mode on so they could think for a long time before they responded. And let's see, GPT-5 from OpenAI correctly solved all 12 problems. Got a gold medal in the event. Google's Gemini 2.5 DeepThink solved 10 out of 12. Now, that was second overall. No human team scored 12 or 10. Doesn't say what the top human team scored in a cursory look at this, but it does say the champion human teams. Go ahead and in your mind, listener or watcher, go ahead and think which human university team do you think did the best? Well, if you're thinking of an American university, then you're an idiot because Americans are idiots. The, the top performing teams, human teams, were from St. Petersburg State University, the Ruskies, the University of Tokyo, the Japs, Beijing Jiaotong University, and Tsinghua University, the Chinese. Well, goodness, would you believe it? Yeah, it's no surprise. There's absolutely no surprise. We're fitting all the stereotypes right here. AI competitors finished best in the coding competition. Russians, Japanese, and Chinese finished second best in the competition. And I don't know where Harvard and MIT scored in the competition, but Harvard and MIT were the throw 'em a bone the top ranked American universities. And the competition was even in English. They had an advantage of being raised in English speaking homes. Actually, I don't know this to be true, but here's my prediction for the Dirty Data Show, episode number 11, is that the Harvard team and the MIT team in the ICPC competition were not were not more than a second generation plus Americans. I bet they were Russians, Chinese, and Japanese just as much as the St. Petersburg, Tsinghua, and Tokyo universities were. It's like all the math competitions. The Chinese team wins, American team gets second, but the American team is all just second generation Chinese kids who have Chinese parents that immigrated to America and then forced their mathedness into these American kids. Maybe they couldn't cut it in the elite Chinese universities, so they had to come over here to the second-rate damn MIT and Harvard, just trudge along. But the human dynamic of the globe is secondary to the AI dynamic because even the Ruskies, the Japanese, is Japs okay to say? I think it's not okay to say. Ruskies seems okay to say. I'm friendly with Russia and Russians, the Russian people. We have Russian next door neighbors. Can I say Ruskies? Feels a little Cold War era. Here's a funny story. I don't want to say the name of my child, but our oldest child, when my wife was pregnant with her, or him, we were really struggling to pick out a name. And I really liked the name Map, and my wife really liked the name Jason. And we read in an article that said if you're struggling to figure out the name of your child, what you should do is just combine the names. And my wife said, that is a genius idea for us. Of course, she was saying Map and Jason would be Jap. And my wife is Asian. If we got a kid named Jap, that is not going to work out well. And here I am saying Jap on the podcast. I've said it like 19 times already. I mean, no disrespect. The Japanese team performed well. Not as good as the Ruskies. No disrespect. But better than the Chinese. No disrespect. And all three better than the Americans. Disrespect intended. Idiot Americans. But don't worry. You're all going to be just cleaning up the garbage of our AI overlords who placed first and second place overall in the ICP C. I see B. Oh my goodness. No disrespect. This has been the Dirty Data Show, episode 11. Thanks so much for joining in. If you want to get your fix on the latest in data, AI, tech, nerdy stuff, hear about how AI is going to take over your life before it comes and takes over your life, then go ahead and subscribe. We'll hear you next time on the Dirty Data Show. I'm Evan Whippy. Thanks for listening.